The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of salt. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Today on the Salty Nerd Podcast, we're going to be talking about Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the newest Marvel hit at the box office. Woo! I'm joined, as always, by my fantastic panel of nerds. Starting with Jude. I just wanted to get you on camera snorting.
And not drinking.
And not drinking. Juju is here. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Okay. Doing great. Also joined by the barbarian space Viking, who is rocking it today.
I'm feeling it today.
You're feeling yourself today.
Feeling it today.
You got your flare,
yeah,
your
my
glasses.
I need an axe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's over there.
Yeah. What's a hammer?
We'll get it in a minute.
Yeah.
Welcome, sir. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good?
Feeling a little weird today.
All
so
right.
that's a good thing, though.
I dig it. I dig it.
For this silly little show. Yeah.
Also joined by Matthew Kadish, producer of the show. Welcome.
Thanks. It's nice to see Alex so excited about box office returns for once.
All right, guys. Before we dive into our spoiler-free review, we're going to take a quick break, listen to some sponsors. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, we're going to get into this Shang-Chi and Legends of the Ten Rings, but real quick, we have a little gimmick going on today. One of the salty nerds has not seen the movie.
Dun, dun, dun.
And it is up to you to find out who. See if you can tell by our discussion following this. All right, let's get into it. Jude, do you have the synopsis for this film?
Indeed, I do, sir.
Excellent. Go for it.
2021, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 2 hours, 12 minutes. This had a budget of $75 million. What do you think it brought in its first weekend in the box?
75 million?
Mm-hmm.
That's it? Mm-hmm. Seems cheap for a...
I think it was around 200 million.
Yeah.
Where'd you get 75 from, Jude?
IMDB.
I don't think that's right.
The CGI was way too good for 75 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvel doesn't get out of bed for 75 million.
Yeah, exactly. Continue, Jude.
No, I'm looking
box
it
office,
up right now.
Okay, box office. I'm going to say, I haven't checked. But
Damn it. 150 million.
there you go. Where'd you get 75 from? IMDb?
IMDB.
Those
Sometimes IMDb is
filthy,
just
filthy
so
liars.
way off. All right, go ahead. Box.
150 million.
B.
I don't know how to guess for this because it's just the opening weekend on a COVID lockdown year.
I think people are less scared to go to the movies now. I think people are coming back to the theaters.
I'm 60 million because we're on the first weekend, right? 60.
You don't have to justify it.
No, it's not 150, not right now.
Yes, it is.
Is
It's,
it?
it's 146 million in its first weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, Marvel looked at this as an experiment. They were willing to sacrifice their first Asian-led movie.
I heard
to put it out in the theaters without the Disney Plus, same-day release type thing, and they wanted to see if
people still show up.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and it outperformed expectations. They were expecting, I think, around 65 million opening weekend, and it came in closer to like 75. And worldwide, it hit 150.
So I was thinking domestic. I wasn't thinking worldwide. I'm sorry. So I was correct as well.
Okay. So I heard that
You're very smart.
This didn't even open in China. Like they didn't allow it to show there.
Thing.
So that's a huge market that didn't get tapped into
Mm-hmm.
yet. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but
yeah, I don't know why these studios keep courting China because they never let their stuff play there.
they pull the rug out from under them as soon as they get a chance to. I don't understand it either. But anyway,
China is that girl that just will not say she'll go out with you, and you keep courting her. And you're like, this time I got tickets to a show.
Yeah, China is friend zone Disney.
Yeah, and China's just like,
That's
no.
awesome.
They're trying to culturally take over the world. So fuck China.
Wow.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Just fucking went for it.
Yep,
You
he
ready?
just went all the way. Whatever. Let's get into politics while we're at it.
So Sean, master of self-discipline, thought he left his past behind him, but is forced to confront it when he and Awkwafina are attacked by members of the Ten Rings. Sean, aka Shang-Chi, must come to terms with the legacy and flaws of his father and rise to embrace his full power to defeat the souped-up evil baddies.
All right, so general thoughts, without getting into spoilers. There was a lot of things I liked about this movie. I thought the fighting was on point. The kung fu, especially the flashback kung fu when they were like in the woods and stuff, was really cool with Shang-Chi's mom and stuff like that. It was a good looking movie. I like the Marvel drops. Of course, Marvel, we all have a little nugget of Marvel left in us. And when we see characters come back, we're like, oh, that's freaking cool. That's that dude from that other movie that I just saw. That's really awesome. Yeah. Like there's a lot of that in this, which is kind of cool. But I think it was just over bloated. I think there was too much going on in this movie. It needed to be trim the fat a little bit and kind of dial in on the most important element, which was the family element in this movie. And I felt like they were all over the place. They were doing backstories and flashbacks and this and that, and they were going into like super mythological creature stuff going on for a little while. And I'm like, I needed to come back to the family element. That's what I felt like was missing out of this.
I could see that. And I think you make a really good point about like some of the fat needing to be trimmed. And one thing that I thought was really interesting, but I thought like the story didn't need was like it's a PG-13 movie, but they still popped that orgy in there. So like that didn't really need to be there. Like what's that for?
It's for the never mind.
Yeah, spoiler warning.
Yeah,
man.
Careful, guys.
I mean, it had nothing to do with the story. I don't think I'm spoiling anything.
They wanted to. I think Robert Rodriguez came in for a day and just shot like one film or one scene, and that was what it was. Vader,
what did you think of the orgy?
Vader, what's your general thoughts on this movie?
I think that was when I went out and took a leak. I think I missed that part.
Oh, okay.
Shang-Chi. I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did. I think it is bloated. Like you said, I totally agree with you. I thought there was some really overbearing exposition dumps that were just like, so this thing was like action, fight scene, expedition dump. Fight scene, exposition dump, and then just a big old CGI blast explosion at the end. And yeah, and there was just, but it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it for what it was. I really enjoyed the fight scenes. I thought they were all really well choreographed and interesting and fun. And I did like the characters, like you said, some of the cameos that were in this thing. Lots of questions can be asked about what's getting set up for the future. And yeah, man, it's spoiler free is hard.
I know. We're not used to doing this.
You know, the characters were cool. I had no issue with it being an all Asian cast for the most part. And
well, it fit.
Yeah, I mean, it better be, right?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah. So I don't really understand people's complaints about that. That's going around out there. But yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
I didn't like the third act.
Okay.
I thought it was a bit much.
Okay.
So.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead, Jude.
So are all of you familiar with the source material?
Not very.
Not at all.
No.
Okay. I just wondered how close it was to the source material or if there's anything that they like swapped out or changed.
Shang-Chi is like a D-list Marvel character. Like nobody knew about him until they announced the movie, pretty much.
You're gonna get some hate there.
Yeah, people are gonna come for you about that. What? I've always loved Shang-Chi.
You'll get the one dude who's always loved Shang-Chi.
I've got posters of him in my room to this day.
To put it in perspective,
Shang-Chi underwear on right now.
To put it in perspective, like Iron Fist is way more famous than Shang-Chi. But they botched Iron Fist.
Iron Fist sucks.
That was a terrible.
Yeah, it almost felt like the third act of this movie belonged in an Iron Fist film. But it
would have made it better.
What was interesting is that in the comics, Shang-Chi's father is Fu Manchu. But they changed it for the movie to be the Mandarin.
God, I wish that would have been dope. Oh, he's a Fu Manchu.
Oh, yeah.
Racist.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, isn't that racist?
Yeah.
Are you not supposed to say that?
Yeah, I mean that was the whole reason they changed it is because it's such a stereotype that, it's racist. But, his father was this criminal mastermind.
Okay.
And then because we already had like so much Mandarin stuff from the Iron Man movies, they decided to put it in here. In fact, Disney Plus did a Marvel one-shot called Hail to the King, where they show Ben Kingsley's character, Trevor from Iron Man 3, who was an actor playing the Mandarin in that movie. And it's about a documentarian who goes to jail to interview Trevor about his time as the Mandarin. And it's only 15 minutes long, but it's really cool.
I'll have to check it out. I meant to. I haven't gotten a chance to yet. So, Kadish, what are your general thoughts on this movie?
I'm pretty much with you guys. I thought the action scenes were really good. I actually really enjoyed this movie. I thought Awkwafina was surprisingly charming. Like her and like her being Shang-Chi's sidekick, I thought really worked well. I liked getting kind of deeper into the Marvel mystical realm that Doctor Strange kind of like lives in, seeing a different side of that. I like some of the retconning they did to fix the Mandarin issues that Iron Man 3 created. Overall, I thought that the movie was pretty solid. It kind of lagged at the kind of end part of Act 2, and I agree with all you guys that Act 3 kind of became unmoored from the family drama, because for a good 2/3 of this movie, it's about a father and a son. It's very kind of Star Wars-y, where the father is this kind of bad guy and the son grew up under his like thumb and never really had the father that he wanted. And so like they kind of built up this showdown between Shang-Chi and his dad. And then in the third act, it just kind of becomes a CGI Marvel action fest, and it loses that intimacy. I would have liked it if they had kind of kept things a little bit more personal, but I didn't hate it. I felt like it was a pretty decent action fantasy movie, and I'd see it again. I really liked it.
Oh, wow. You see it again?
I would see it again.
Wow. This is...
I don't need to see this again.
Yeah, I mean, like the orgy scene was a little out of place, but no more out of place than the Abomination show. Like I didn't even recognize the Abomination.
Spoilers.
Well, it's in the trailer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched any of the trailers.
We literally did 2 reaction videos where we watched the trailers.
I was drunk.
I have come to one conclusion.
Yeah.
Is that Awkwafina is Asian Zendaya.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, she was surprisingly charming. I
She
will
was
agree.
really good in
I
this.
thought the chemistry was really good between them. It was totally believable, and I liked her.
And Jude loved her fanny packs.
Yeah.
Fanny packs were on point.
Listen,
Those
a
pants
fanny
needed some
pack
work, though.
Is never a bad idea.
Those pants that she was wearing were not flattering.
Isn't she the same character in every movie she plays?
Yeah, she's Awkwafina.
So this
She
is
really is, right?
Yeah.
This is the first movie I've ever seen.
This
her
is just the character she played in Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh, okay.
But in a Marvel
No, she doesn't. Like she was in Ocean's 8 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She just plays herself in every movie that she's in.
That
And-
can be said for a lot of
Yeah.
actors.
And that's not bad. And I disagree. I think Asian women can wear any type of pants they want and pull it off.
Yeah.
I have to disagree with you on that one, sir. There was a pair of parachute pants in this movie that I was like, oh God.
Kadish stands with Asian women.
I kind of got to the point though where I was kind of feeling like, can they cram any more people that are of Asian descent from Hollywood in this movie?
No, keep it going.
You know, I mean,
It fits.
We couldn't like wait for Captain Papa Giorgio to come in like the next movie or something. Or
You want to hear a funny story? So when we were in the theater, I don't know if Alex heard it because he was sitting kind of a couple rows behind me with a baby. But when Michelle Yeoh shows up in the movie, all the people sitting around me were like, "Where do I know her from?" And I whispered, I was like, Star Trek Discovery. And everyone was like, oh, that sucks. like literal randos in the theater, everyone was like, Discovery sucks.
That's all that noise I heard a couple rows in front of me. I'm like, stop talking.
Alex hates it when people talk during movies.
Oh, yeah, he gets irate. The guy
speak-
that brings a baby to a theater gets upset if other people make noise.
My baby's quiet.
And it's hard because Jude always talks during movies.
Always.
Yeah.
To speak of the theatrical experience for this movie, there was a lot of laughter in the theater when we went. The theater was packed, and all the jokes landed. When Awkwafina did her thing, and also when there was like those awkward moments that Marvel does really well nowadays, everybody kind of giggled and laughed. The whole theater really seemed to enjoy the show.
Yeah,
So that was cool.
I had a similar experience. I got there about 15 minutes early. I went to the 10:30 in the morning show, first show of the day, and it was about 3/4 full by the time the movie started, which was
That's good for nowadays.
which is 2/4 more than I expected. You know, so yeah.
All right, guys, that's been our spoiler-free section of this Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings review. If you guys want to continue with us for our spoiler-filled review where we talk about all the things that YouTube and Apple and Spotify won't let us talk about, heavy spoilers, go to saltynerdclub.com and become a club member. There's 2 different tiers. You can join either one. You get access to 4 exclusive podcasts per month where we do heavy spoilers, and we do exclusive content for the members of the club. And this is where we get to talk about all the things that we would probably get kicked off of YouTube for talking about. So head over there, join the club member. Yes, we're gonna go hard. We're gonna go. I'm gonna dump the salt on this movie after we get done with this.
And you'll be able to. We'll reveal who didn't see the movie.
Yes, yeah, and the reveal. If you guess, thank you for reminding me. Guess who didn't see the movie in the comments below, and if you want to find out for sure who didn't, go to saltynerdclub.com, become a member, and you can find out in our spoiler-heavy review. Yeah, you get access to our Discord, live streams, all kinds of really cool stuff, guys. Please consider supporting the show. Become a member, saltynerdclub.com. All right, guys, let's talk about some spoilers.